Hello everybody, welcome to Breaking Free, a Healing Journey. This is the last chapter or 2 chapters of the book. We're done, we're wrapping it up here. It feels good for me to finally finish this project that I was called to do. Sorry for the view here as I was literally sitting in the park writing the last of it and getting ready to record. Some unusual things happened, and for a moment I was like, is someone trying to stop me from doing this? And I had to move, but I am not one to give up, so I've just moved to another location. The view is not as pretty, but you can see the sun is shining so bright, so hopefully this will be comforting to some, I hope. So I've done something a little different with the end of the book. I'd planned to make Chapter 29 about manifesting, and then have Chapter 30 be kind of like a wrap-up and a little bit about my personal story. But once I started writing, those two things kind of merged and flowed together a little bit, because manifesting kind of bled into how I started opening my eyes to some things. So we're going to be doing something a little bit unorthodox, or I am rather, because I kind of roll that way. So instead of having Chapter 29 and then Chapter 30, this is the final chapter, which I'm calling Combined Chapter 29 and 30, entitled Manifesting, Managing Expectations, and What's Really Going On. So I hope something here will be useful, or perhaps some of you may even recognize some things within my story that might be similar to something that some of you have gone through. I don't know. But as always, my wish is for you to take the parts that are of service to you, okay, and then leave the rest. Always feel free to share anything that you think might be helpful for others. We're wrapping it up. Are we ready? Okay. This is it, guys. Sorry. I'm in my car here. It's a little not quite what I was hoping for, but we're going to go with it. I have this. Today is, I usually don't put the dates on things, but I'm going to tell you, for some reason, I just feel like I should. Today is October 27th, 2024. It is a little after 3 in the afternoon. And I felt this compelling need, you all, to finish this today. So I'm doing that. I am bound and determined, despite things sort of trying to get in my way of me finishing this. I'm going to finish it. I'm putting this out here, and I hope it'll help somebody. Okay. Chapter 29 and 30 combined, the last chapter of the book. Manifesting, Managing Your Expectations, and What's Really Going On. Wow, the topic of manifesting our desires is a very touchy subject at times. We all approach manifesting in a different way and with different intentions. I want to say that my belief in the power of manifestation and my experience of it are two different things. First, let me say that I do believe that we have the power and ability to manifest our desired reality. The methods for doing this vary. I am not an expert, nor even a great understander of it, but I will gladly share what I have learned and what I have actually experienced. At the very beginning of my awakening journey, I was mostly focused on my healing. That was my primary concern and focus. Then, when I got around to looking at other parts of the spiritual path, I was intrigued and, I admit, somewhat naive. I started by reading quite a bit about manifesting, as well as listening to some YouTube channels that seemed to cover the topic in a straightforward manner. I then started by manifesting something small. It was an immediate success. Again, I did not realize that this type of result is not at all normal. I would find all of this out much later on. At this very early stage of my journey, I was in touch with what I believed were my, quote, spirit guides or angels. I had asked for proof, and they showed it by granting my very small manifestation. At the time, this was just something to string me along and actually guide me away from my true path. I will pop into the middle of this and say, for a lot of us, when we first start that healing journey, it is so easy to be manipulated because you're very much wide open. You're like an innocent child in many ways. So I feel like, I'm sure I'm not the only one that this happened to. So hopefully this will help someone else from falling into that situation. But I will say at the end of it, I've learned a lot. So back to the book. At this very early stage of my journey, I was in touch with what I believed were my spirit guides, angels. I had asked for proof, and they showed it by granting my very small manifestation. At the time, this was just something to string me along and actually guide me away from my true path. My routine of healing and meditation was very intentional and sincere. What followed was a full-blown attack and manipulation. It was much like being toyed with, very cat and mouse. Suddenly, I noticed that the messages and synchronicities from my, quote, guides were very frequent, but never seemed to actually turn out to be what I was shown. I continued to raise my vibration, but if anything, it seemed to make the spiritual attacks and other things worse. This went on for some time, but I kept the faith. After a period of time, I finally woke up to the realization that I was under a heavy manipulation and spiritual attack. Once I opened my eyes to this and blocked all energetic access to myself, the attacks came fast and furious. It was definitely like forces were trying to wear me down. My entire life came crashing down around me. Fortunately, I have always been an optimistic person, and I stayed as much as I was able to in my loving energy. In the end, it has helped me to shift my focus completely off of the 3D material world and place it where it belongs on my mission and purpose. The control and attacks still are ongoing, but I just keep going. I block and shield. I keep healthy boundaries in place. There is definitely a bigger picture situation unfolding. Though I will be honest with you all and say, I don't know what it is. There are times when I get flashes. I get to see things that are possible futures. There are times where I'll get flashes of things from the past. I'm sure there are parts of my memory that have been wiped, and there are others that have experienced something similar to that. But the thing to do is keep going, which is what I'm doing. So, where are we? In the end, it has helped me to shift my focus completely off of the 3D material world and place it where it belongs on my mission and purpose. Let me see, I read that part. Okay. I do know that many folks follow the standard format for real manifesting. Set your intention, detach from the outcome, take positive action in that direction, and trust and know that the universe, God, source, will bring it into your life in true divine timing. Others believe that you need only visualize your desired outcome, believe it with all that you are, feel it as if it is already yours, and it will manifest it into your reality. I have had some things pop into my reality sometime after I was looking for them, but it truly felt more like someone adding something into the simulation. I do believe that the reality I'm currently in is being controlled much like a computer game. I can see the pieces being moved around. However, the controllers of this reality are also bound by their own set of rules. It's why we see signs of things often before major events or nefarious things happen. Like it has to be somehow shown to the public in some format, whether it's movies, news, music, or whatever. And if there is no pushback on it from the general population, then they proceed with their plans. Once you start seeing it, you can't unsee it. This is not meant to cause fear or alarm in anyone, but to empower and encourage each individual to stand in their own truth. Be the love and light that you are in this world. We can and do stand together. Love that is true and unconditional creates a world that they cannot control. I do believe that there has been many lifetimes for us of hardcore manipulation and control. However, we do not have to agree to it or participate in it. We can stand up for ourselves and with all of the others for truth and freedom. Nothing is yet written in stone. We can all join together to co-create something beautiful and beneficial for the highest good of all of us. We are all equal and we are all connected. Let love be your guide. Never give up hope and know that you are not alone. Much love, peace, harmony, truth, and freedom to you all. You are loved and appreciated. Stay strong. And that is the end of the book. I hope that it has been of some use to some of you. If nothing else, perhaps entertaining. But I feel that there are some who will resonate with this story, and if anything, I'm hopeful that for many who may be starting on their healing journey, there will be things in here that will help them early on, or even someone who is further along who will read something and they will say, oh no, I'm going through that right now, or that's something I'm experiencing, and then it will assist them in some way, shape, or form, or if nothing else, just encourage them to keep going. So please do hang in there, everybody. Thank you so much for everybody who tuned in. Again, I hope this has been helpful for you. Know that you are loved, you are precious, you are valuable, and please don't ever give up on yourself. Take care, everybody. I'll talk to you all again sometime. Bye-bye.